Yo, what's up everyone? It's Michael here and welcome back to Boxmining. So I just took a look at the markets right here and it's a whole page of red. So a little bit scary. So I wanted to make a video for you guys to update you guys on what my thoughts are towards the current market and also some news updates as well. I think it's been ages since my last news update, so I want to catch up with what's happening on the SEC, the regulation front, and also some good news as well. We got the Bitcoin ETP coming out, so explain what that means, and also some developments on the Lightning Network. And of course, everything covered here is my personal opinion, not financial advice. So let's take a quick look at the markets, and it is pretty brutal, a whole page of red. Now, Bitcoin down 5% all the way down to 500,200, Ripple down 7%, Ethereum down even more at 11%. So it seems like yet again we're at one of those moments that it seems like the whole world is falling apart. But you know, we've been through this many times as well. Personally, I've sat through multiple Bitcoin crashes, been here all the way since 2012. Just think about that. I kind of hit myself many times, made so many mistakes over the past years, so too early, so too late, you know, didn't manage to get in 2012. I think that's probably my biggest regret. So it really goes to show that this is not a kind of easy space to be in. It is going to be hard, and bear markets are also really long. Then at this point, it's time to spot out the leaders, who's really making developments and what are the changes to the world landscape that will make crypto useful. And this is what keeps me driving going forward. Now, someone brought this up again, which is the Wall Street cheat sheet about this kind of emotional cycle of the market. So what state do I think we're at right now? I think we're at the anger stage. There's still a lot of anger being expressed on YouTube and on Twitter. And I just looked at Reddit just now, you know, people calling the SEC scumbags. I'll discuss that in a moment as well. And also we're pretty angry at the whole Bitcoin Cash fork as well. And if you guys haven't caught up to that video, check it out here. I don't really support that in any way. And I really do. I want to affirm this, that I do say it pushes everyone towards Bitcoin because it's the one with less drama. But at the same time, with so much drama appearing in the space, it's hard to convince people to come and join. I mean, it kind of does look like a kindergarten with people throwing like crap at each other, literally, because we have angry emails with big fuck yous printed in them. Sorry for dropping the F-bomb. So I do think we're still at the anger stage. So first bit of news relates to the SEC. So the SEC promised this year to do something about those nasty ICOs, which are really just securities in disguise. So they did two things over the past week, and both of them are very significant. One was that they took the founder of EtherDelta to court. So this is a decentralized exchange. These guys, technically, a lot of people were under the misconception that they're beyond the law. I mean, if they're run decentralized by an anonymous group of people, then, well, how do you arrest them? How do you take them down? But the key thing is, of course, unfortunately, it's not anonymous. The co-founder, the founder of EtherDelta, well, he's got a name associated to him and they took him to court. So this is probably one of the reasons why we can't use EtherDelta right now, because of the SEC. So as SEC is really sending a message saying, you know what, you can't just hide behind anonymity. You have to really make sure it's legally compliant. They also fined two ICOs as well, one of them AirFox and Paragon Coin. So they forced both of these coins to refund their money back to investors, and also on top of that, pay a $250,000 fine. And in addition to that, they're having these like full, securities regulations. So filing to the SEC, making sure that everything is compliant and making sure that they're legally held responsible. So this probably is a reason why that Ethereum is taking a harder hit than every other coin, because Ethereum became the de facto currency for new coin offerings with ERC20 token and all. But this is probably a blessing in disguise. I know that this might take a hit to us right now, but at the same time, it decreases the speculative value of the Ethereum blockchain and decreases the amount of overall speculation in the space. The way I see it is this: is that one rotten apple ruins the whole batch. There are legit people in the space, but unfortunately, there are also a lot of scammers, and these scammers are raising a lot of money and burning investors in the meantime. In China, there's actually a term for it that's called 割韭菜, cutting down the chives, and just anyone who's newbie to the space, if they're not careful, they get cut and their money is gone. So in many ways, having more regulation in the space is actually a good thing. Now, moving on to the good news, we got Switzerland. They're greenlighting something called the ETP, the exchange tracked product. A lot of people kind of consider this like a European version of the ETF. So everyone's really hyped up about this ETF or the ETP because they allow institutional investors that can't, buy cryptocurrencies legitly or via contract. It allows them to get into cryptocurrencies via an exchange traded product or fund. In the case of the product, what happens is that it's 100% backed by crypto. So there's something legal requirement for it to be like kind of a custodian to hold it and to be backed by crypto, and it can be accessed via the SIX Swiss exchange. So this is actually being deployed right now, and the exchange starts trading this week. Lastly, in terms of positive news, so we actually have quite a lot of growth in the Lightning Network. We have 4,100 nodes being deployed right now. That's something I really want to cover in this channel. So in terms of just announcing different things that we want to do, I want to cover more about what's being developed in the Lightning Network, having a better understanding of this. And I also have a lot of further discussion as well. I actually have a notebook. Let me just find it over here. This notebook is full of notes from the Sora conference. There was a lot of discussion at the Sora conference about security token offerings, STOs, because a lot of people are still kind of excited about that. I also talked to a lot of funds, people who hold a lot of money and also family offices in the space, on what they think is going on and what kind of their mentality is, whether they're investing their time or their finances or capital in the space. So I really want to make some videos to update you guys on what's happening deep down below the surface level and in the kind of the industry level as well. And that wraps up this episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And if you guys like the videos that I make, do click the little notification bell on top of subscribing as well. It really helps the channel grow and also keeps you up to date about all the newest and latest kind of developments in the space as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.